Alright guys, hello, welcome to the 27th of February, and you're getting a trade recap on the final day of the week. So, Forex Factory, let's go. So we have PPI that came out at 8:30. Okay, and let's just go straight onto the daily for daily analysis. So, guarantee this is today's candle. Yeah, okay, cool. So basically on the daily, what do I see? Um, we have, let me actually just do that. On the daily, we can see we've got the SMT at these highs here, SMT, right? Inky sweeps false ES fails to reach them. Okay, the candles wick through the high, right, showing a failure to displace through, and therefore obviously some sort of bearish confidence. Okay, we've got loads of resting cells of liquidity here. Okay, obviously we're seeing that we'll still see that bearish gap. Get this trade through. However, but sorry, but if we're in the consolidation range, then it's about to happen, right? Price is just gonna chop through it as if it's nothing, right? Previous day's candle fails to break above, right? So we move lower, therefore we can expect what? The next look to be taken. Okay, let's go for hour. On the 4 hour, what did I just do? Okay, so on the 4 hour, we have two bearish gaps. Price disrespecting bullish, respecting bearish. Okay. Um, yeah, so we generate some internal liquidity. And then on the hourly, let me just skip through, be a bit generous. Yeah, hourly isn't really providing anything of interest either, right? Yeah, the only thing we can see is maybe ES partly respecting this gap, okay, which we'll go into lower time frame in order to see better. And Inky doesn't reach into this gap just yet, okay? Now, pre-market analysis, let's go and look at the London session. So we have London just does some weird shit, right? What does it do? Well, it takes out this high, and we get an SMT form, right? What does it further do? It further confirms bearish price action. On top of that, it completely fills in this bearish gap and we displace below it, okay? Which is really nice to see. On top of that, midnight opening price, we move a little bit lower. Sorry, technically we move higher before we move lower, okay? Yeah, like London obviously takes out this key level, right? And what can we expect? Uh, London reversing at continuation low, okay? But yeah. On the 50-minute, we can also see that price actually respecting down close candles. So look, see run in, up close candles, bang, right, move lower. And then turn up close candle, back, move lower, okay? Which is nice and clean action, okay? Now, what happens here is, let's just go on the 5 minute. So we have, obviously this is 8 o'clock. Let's wait for 8:30 to come out. 1, 2. Right, so PPR does that. Just a continuation lower. Takes out these lows. Takes out these lows. Right, we still have some liquidity. Okay. Now let's see what price actually does. Right, in retrospect. So at New York AM open, let's see what happens at market open. Right, that's what I'm focusing on. Market open, we have a nice bullish candle up. Okay. Now in this case, I was thinking about maybe getting a counter trend idea higher, and it would have played out partially, but obviously that's not in trend with the market, and I'm not too fast about missing a trade like that. Okay. So let's just skip through to where my actual entry was. Now this was a very shaped trade. I'll be completely honest with you lot. Obviously I could have had a trade opportunity here. How? Well, we get SMT. Change of state delivery, price reaches back, and I could have targeted this internal high with these buy stops. But that's fine. I'm not fast the right way because counter trend ideas are very risky. Okay. So what do we happen here? Boom, we seek liquidity. SMT. This should, oh, let's go on the 50-minute. Now the change of the state delivery technically is here, isn't it? But for cleaner price action, because since obviously we're looking at this high, SMT prior to the sweep here is that one there, right? It's not that one, right? It's here. So on this one, change of state delivery would actually be here, okay? Now let me show you what happens in this trade, okay? So we obviously get a displacement leg down. Let me just show you that. That's our range, okay? And then we pump up. There we go. Sorry, I entered. My stop loss was here. Let's just show you what happens. Right. It says I get stopped out, but we didn't get stopped out. I don't know how. I'm very blessed. Because yo, straight after this is where we get the decline, okay? So what I did is I took a contract off as soon as you broke this low. And then when we swept these lows here as well. Done that. And then my stop loss, let's go on the 5-minute. You can see where that orange line is. That is where I had my stop loss eventually. Yeah, this is an intermediate high, but I just put it here because realistically, price is, if it's bearish, it should be respecting every up close candle. And if it's not respecting this one, what makes you think it's going to respect that one? Okay. But yeah, so price moves down a little bit and then it consolidates in this area, in this bullish gap. Okay. And then yeah, pump up, that's why I get stopped out. And then for the end of the day, we have more bullish price action. And then it obviously consolidates off. Okay. So that was today's trade. Very, very lucky. Overall, what did I learn? Well, the read on the market was consistent and strong. We came in bearish. We took a bearish trade. We won on the bearish trade. I had some instances where I felt like taking a counter trend idea. So, if I should just put it up for you guys, that's what I mean. Yeah, that was the counter trend idea. Obviously, we could have hit into that internal area, but I didn't feel confident that I didn't take it. You got to be sure about your trade setups. You don't want to take trades just because they're available. You want to be confident in them. Okay. But yeah, so this trade here kind of felt rushed, if I'm being honest. It felt quite rushed, given that we had that very awkward 15-minute change to state delivery, right? It's the point. This is the difference, right? So we run into this internal gap, okay, and then we get an SMT here as well as right here, okay. I'm actually surprised I properly didn't get stopped out because look at this candle. We wick up all the way into here. Right, so very, very lucky trade here. Very lucky trade. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with a lucky trade, you know. The best thing to do is to be humble, take it, and just be glad the market kept you in your position. Obviously there's gonna be times where you're gonna get very unlucky. And that's just part of the game, right? So I hope you guys found this trade recap useful. And I'll see you lot tomorrow for some back testing.